of his ops for talking during an interview. These are some of the most disturbing and disrespectful interviews with rappers of all time. Starting things off with Florida rapper Broke as Fuck. After dropping his breakout single Comments back in 2020, he's been making waves online, especially for his slight resemblance with NBA YoungBoy. But outside the rap game, Broke as Fuck has some huge ties with gangs in the real world. He got shot in the chest, arm, and stomach during a tragic drive-by shootout, and ever since then he's been standing on business by keeping his strap closer than his enemies. During an interview with YouTuber and musical director Hood Rich Kevin, Broke as Fuck came on high as a kite, and the interviewer didn't help matters by asking pretty dumb questions. But the real juice in this interview came when Hood Rich Kevin tried implicating Broke as Fuck by asking some deep Fed type questions, making Broke as Fuck silence him with his gun.
That bitch.
And it even got weirder when the interviewer started asking Broke as Fuck for his thoughts about Tupac's murder. But it definitely wasn't as weird as rapper Baby Los getting asked about the Island Boys kissing on camera. Baby Lo started making a name for himself back in 2020 after linking up with the Island Boys. He hung out with them so much that he got tagged as the fourth Island Boy. But during the interview, this guy dared to ask Los if he saw the viral video of the Island Boys kissing each other.
Gotta ask you, bro, like, this is, everybody wants to know, did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh.
That pissed him off, making him flash his Glock.
Like, bruh, stop doing that, bruh. Like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bruh. Like.
He also threatened to take things south if the interviewer asked one more dumb question.
Do you want it to go down in this interview? Do you want it to go down, yes or no?
Nah, I feel you, bro. It's good, bro. It's good, bro. You feel me?
Coincidentally, it was the same interviewer who made Broke as Fuck flash his strap, so I guess it's safe to say he needs to learn how to conduct a proper interview. Just like rapper Lil Kelpie needs to learn to keep his mouth shut to avoid getting beat up during an interview. California rappers Lil Kelpie and Almighty Suspect got invited to the No Jumper podcast, and at the start of the interview, Adam22 questioned Kelpie about his former YouTube program and the cops pulling over to his home with a search warrant.
They were suspicious of you.
Yeah, they were trying to say that I was like, you know, drug dealing or something like that.
Okay.
And
But you don't have a case as a result of this?
Nah, I never heard back from him, honestly.
Then it got a little dark when Adam asked Almighty Suspect for his opinion on Kelpie wearing a dollar chain and fur coat like a pimp on a prior interview he had done.
Oh, this is what pimps is supposed to look like. I got my little dollar sign chain, my little fur
I got
coat.
2 of them.
To get everybody to understand, yeah, because you pulled up in a pimp costume.
Now things basically escalated from there, both rappers poking at each other until Suspect claimed no one knew who Kelpie was, and Kelpie replied by calling him a bitch.
I'm Lil
Who
Kelpie,
are you? No
Kelpie
one
the
knows
pimp.
you.
Kelpie the motherfucking
Kelpie the
pimp.
clown. Who you calling a bitch though?
I'm calling you a bitch.
Bam! Just like that, these two got into a brawl. Members of the No Jumper crew plus security had to step in to break up the fight within seconds. But this was just one more reminder that a lot of crazy things go down on the No Jumper podcast. Like the time when No Jumper's Flacco and the guest 16 Shot Him began spitting on each other for some crazy stuff. Flacco blamed 16 for something he pulled on Adam22, and with 16 trying to defend himself, things got out of hand, and this happened.
Bro, that's a.
Hey, stop playing before I smack the shit out you.
Do it.
Hey, no.
That's not the worst thing that ever happened on this show, like the time Chicago rapper FBG Cash got killed just months after running his mouth at Lil Durk. And for some context here, FBG Cash took a disrespectful photo in front of the King Von mural painted on a wall around the Chicago apartment building in Parkway Gardens, where Von grew up. And not long after taking that photo, he went on No Jumper, detailing the conversation he had with Lil Durk to Adam22. In his words, he said,
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Me, go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
Well, that escalated things out of proportion as Lil Durk dropped a subtle diss to FBG Cash in his song, Computer Murderers, when he said, "Sneaking pics by Von mural like Lil Bro won't come out and spin." And just 3 months later, FBG Cash got smoked.
A Southside rapper was killed this morning after a gunman armed with a rifle opened fire on his car. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton performed under the name FBG Cash.
This increased beef between both Southside groups, FBG and O-Block, but it would be another FBG member who would get targeted next. And I'm talking about FBG Butta. Butta's known for being a real street dude, with a long rivalry with King Von before he died. Butta once jumped Von on a school bus and fought plenty of other dudes like L.A., Chief Keef, T-Roy, and Nuwop. But it wasn't until his interview with Say Cheese where he unconsciously confessed to the killing of another rival, O.D. Berry, that made Butta put himself in the spotlight for the wrong reasons.
You stupid.
What about the picture that
Take
went?
me to jail. Give me the cups.
Yo, Butta, what
I'll
about
take
the
a
what
year.
about the picture that went viral with Muwop wearing with the duck sneakers?
That's clown.
After that interview, Butta got